What's going on, everybody? I'm here with TradeUI, showing you how you can use our option flow filtering system to give yourself a trading edge. Today, we're actually going to identify a couple of swing trades, and we're going to utilize a couple of things. The filtering flow system and unusual flow. We're going to try to use these two boxes to see if we can find a potential trade to the upside. So sit back, take some notes, and let's get into it. So once you click on that link in the description below, it'll take you to TradeUI site. Once you get set up, it'll actually bring you to this page right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set our filtering system up for people who are buying positions. So we go to ask right here. And days till expiration, we're going to go ahead and say, we'll say 70 days. We'll click a new number for a little bit. All right, and then we're going to start from there and see what's going on. So we filtered down this data, and there's still a lot of calls that came in through the day. But what we can do is we can kind of glance through here and see what's really sticking out. So I actually see IAT right here, so I'm curious to see if there's any unusual flow with them. And there's not. So I want to try to see if we can find a position using unusual flow and the filtering system. Because remember, the reason we use unusual flow is these are unusual call options or put options that are being bought and sold through the trading day. They don't typically get that much volume. So whenever we see something going on there, that is very bullish or bearish depending on the setup. So let's look at HZNP. Once again, nothing on HZNP right there. So tell you what I'll do. Sometimes I'll just kind of glance through here and see if I can see anything. Alright, so BBWI. That one looks interesting. So I type it in. We had one option contract for BBWI. We had 5 calls and 0 puts. All of these are out the money ask with 2 days till expiration. This is clearly a day trade, so let's look at the chart and see what happened with this, because let's price it in at 1230 all the way to 354. So actually these could be potential overnight trades that people are holding here. So BBWI. BBWI. All right, and look what happened. It actually gapped up post-market. That is interesting. That went from $34 to $35. That's actually a big move for a stock that's this size. If I go to the longer-term chart, 21 hour. Yeah, it actually popped up pretty heavy on something. It went to this clear support line this clear resistance line here at $35. And it's actually had a strong support zone at $33 already, or $33.88. So let's see if the news is going on. Oh, this is just Bed Bath & Body Works. Okay, so it looks like earnings are coming out. Looks like earnings are probably tomorrow is what it looks like, and this was a big earnings bet. So people are definitely betting on this to have some bullish moves to the upside, and so far in the post market, they are right here at 35. So if you would have caught this using TradeUI's site, you actually would have made this money in real time. That was easily actually tells us right here, a 2.76% return. That happening one day on a stock move is very aggressive, so congratulations if you're able to play something like that. Let's see what else we can find. Let's see, just going to glance through here, see if I see anything. I always like to look for tickers that are unusual. So KSS, that looks interesting. KSS. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so we had 3 calls and 1 put on KSS. All right, a lot of bullish activity. I really like seeing this 285,000 to the bull side with 30 days till expiration. That tells me that this has a little more time to actually work. So let's see on the chart what's going on here. All right, so KSS. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, well, looks like we actually talked about this in the past. I have an old line drawn here, so I'll just delete that. But it looks like we're trading in a tight channel right now. So remember, stocks move in 3 different directions: down, sideways, or up. So whenever it's sideways, that's the battle between the bulls and the bears to determine which direction we want to go. So far, the option flow that we see here shows a lot of bullish activity. So we had a big order right here, $285,000, when the stock price is roughly $20 a share. They're targeting $22.50. All of these bull calls are actually $22.50. So that's very bullish, and that's something you want to remember. They all have the same strike. So they're thinking it's going to go up to here, which guess what, guys? If we draw support and resistance lines, there's a reason these things work. Let's see, 22.50, about right here. Look at there. We actually touched down here. We broke down here, but we actually held a little resistance line here. So that has a clear target to the upside. But before we can get there, we really do want to go ahead and really break past this zone right here, if I can get to draw. We really want to break above 21 before we consider getting in this trade. However, if you are a big option flow trader, what you can do is be a little more aggressive, and you could get in on a trade if it came back and touched the $1950 level. Because remember, whenever we have a new support line, whenever we have a former support line become a resistance line, that's the targets we want to have to the upside. So if I draw this out right here in this little channel, and this, more or less, this one will be realistically right here. So if the price happens to dip back down to that $19.60 level, you can look at an opportunity to enter, and on the long term, you could target 22.50, just like these option calls are doing it. However, if you want to be a little more conservative, you would target 21, get in, get out. That would not be too much to the upside. That's only about 70 cents on this. However, if you're a little patient and you wait to give yourself a little more security down here, enter close to this support line, then you really could then target $21. That'd be $1 a share. That'd be a great move. Or you could target 22.50, which would be an even better move. Right now, if it hit 22.50, it would be a 12.5% return around that $20 mark. So this is something that you really want to pay attention to when you're looking at option flow. You want to see unusual flow corresponding with the option flow that populates down here. If you like this video, guys, we got tons more videos on our YouTube channel. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't so you can stay up to date with everything TradeUI has to offer. And guys, if you want to try TradeUI out for yourself, go ahead and click that link in the description below, and it'll take you to TradeUI's site. At the end of the day, we just want to show you how you can use this tool to become a better trader. But we're going to end it here. I hope you have a great evening.